Hello and welcome to another episode of Literary Gladiators, the show where we discuss and debate literature in all of its forms. If it's written work, it's game. Let's meet the panel.
Hi, I'm Sara.
Hi, I'm Jesi.
I'm Kaila.
And I'm Josh. And what are you eating, Jesi?
Laffy Taffy.
Do you need a minute?
To read. Literally, do I need to pause this?
I do the same thing behind the scenes.
If only there had been an hour where we weren't on camera.
This piece was really sticky, and it took me a lot longer to chew it than I thought it would.
And what do you do for a living?
We're not going to talk about me working in a dental office, okay?
Okay.
Don't eat candy, it's bad for your teeth. Give it to me and I'll eat it for you.
Oh.
She's trying to help.
At least you're honest.
My favorite candy is cotton candy, which was once called fairy floss because it was invented by a dentist.
It's still called fairy floss in some countries.
Alrighty. We're going to be going over
I won't eat it. I'm sorry, you're right. I shouldn't eat another piece.
We're going to be going over a poem that Kaila selected called The Museum of Obsolescence by Tracy K. Smith. And you have a discussion starter, Kaila?
Yes, I do. What do you think the purpose of this piece is, and do you think the author's message is successful?
Oh, first of all, I like your
Right?
book. Yeah.
You guys
Very
can't
pretty.
see it. Josh got it for us for Christmas.
But I think the message, I think it's very Twilight Zone-esque
Yes.
in how the best way to put this is that it is the people in the present looking at what is becoming and what will become of their future. Because this is the present day, this is people looking on the present day. I think there are some things that may cause people to be thrown off, such as the books about wars, which that can be viewed in a timeless way. A man sitting on display saying what seems frivolous, but to him it makes so much sense. But they give you the twist comes into play with the mirror. I just love that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it too, it becomes a little bit more clear when you know that the collection is called Life on Mars. And in that way, I know you read it, I don't remember who else was on the panel, but it reminds me a lot of The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. I think it's very reflective of like where we are headed, and kind of taking a like a bird's eye view of the way our society currently is.
I think, and honestly, after reading it, I'm not surprised that it comes from a collection called Life on Mars. I feel like it does make sense, in the sense that it's almost like looking back on things that, like, I really like the line, books are counting the wars, maps of fizzled stars. Like, it just, you know, we were mapping things like Mars, and it was just a star to a lot of, you know, of humankind, of humanity and everything. So it's like looking back on it from one of those stars, it's like a fizzled kind of memory. And I really liked those things because you would also like to think that when we get to Life on Mars at that point, you know, we've all come to this understanding that, okay, we need to move to the next planet, and things are maybe possibly a little bit more peaceful before we move to the next planet.
And maybe we've learned from our mistakes.
Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me at all that it came from a collection named such.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
But then again, the planet may be different, but people remain the same. They are they're very much driven by profit and power. The way that they in this case, even though they are depicting a warning, this is pretty much a ploy about money anyway. But then again, when they go out of the museum, you already have vendors selling T-shirts.
Yeah,
I like that the last one.
I like that as well.
It just goes to show you humanity looks like humanity's never going to learn.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
I think too. It's there are some interesting implications in this, especially when it says special installations come and go. Love was up for a season, followed by illness. Concepts difficult to grasp. So like we've hit a point in humanity in this poem where we have eradicated such feelings like love and things such as illness, which is very reminiscent of like Brave New World, I think, where we've kind of created this like potentially utopian society where we feed off of our own gratifications.
I think it's more so the idea that we think we know about love and about illness, but it's something we need to reevaluate.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Despite being humans, that's like the most human thing about us, but we don't have a grasp on it ourselves.
No, we don't. It's we like to think we know everything. We like to think that because we've spent enough time on Google.
We should know all the answers now,
Yes.
right?
It's just a shame how they like talk about that way, how you want to eradicate feelings like love, but you can't seem to eradicate feelings like greed. So, or the want or need for power. You know, it's like, if anything, we should be getting rid of the negativity as opposed to things that should be bringing happiness. So it's kind of an interesting concept to think about how you have that in the museum, and then when you walk outside, people are like, shirts,
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Wonder what's on the shirt.
yeah, right?
That would be something. I know they're 3 for $8.
It's a great deal. Yeah.
Already, do we have any final thoughts?
That this was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I
little
think so.
piece.
Yeah.
I like
Pretty
it.
much, especially once you delve into it, and then once you get the general idea of what it's about, you have the complete, you know what where it's going, and if you read it within this collection, and those are interconnected,
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, I haven't gone through all of them.
then I'm pretty sure that people have an idea as to where it's going.
I have to look into that collection. It looks very interesting.
Yeah, I think that it's great that people are getting back into collections like that. I think that in a world where books and novels are the dominant source of literature, I think that short stories, poems, and plays still deserve an eye of attention.
Yeah, like when you get a collection like that, you learn more about the author or the writer, about them as a person. It's like when you buy like a music album, like you appreciate them more as a whole instead of just like getting snippets.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
off the list or
absolutely.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was a poet laureate under during the Obama administration. Quite an impressive background. If you're interested in checking this out, you can find this and several other poems in her Life on Mars collection. Yeah, I just printed mine out too.
Mine was sent to me on the phone
Oh,
via LG chat. Digital copy of the future.
physical copies are better.
They are. They really are.
Be sure to join us next time on another episode of Literary Gladiators. For now, keep reading.